going into the fender. I mean, it is a beautiful blend.
And just like that, we're back here with another episode of Paint Society. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Brian from Paint Society. This is a channel where you learn and we keep it positive in the comments. A very interactive comment section, so I appreciate that. What we have here is a Toyota Corolla that is completely painted, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Now, the theme of this video is have a plan. One of the most important tools you can have before entering the paint booth. More important than any paint gun or any type of tool you've used to prep this car is your brain. Okay, so I'm going to show you what this car looked like. This car was dented, okay, right here in the fender, and we had Diaz go ahead. He actually took the fender off and he banged it out from the back. He put it back on the car. He prepped it up. He got everything ready to spray. So when I come in here, I take a look at the car and I visualize the car already painted. Now I'm going to show you some steps here that I'm going to talk about to help you guys develop a plan. And then as the video goes, I'm going to hit up some subtitles on the bottom, show you exactly what I'm doing while the video is playing so you have a good idea. And if you have any further questions from there, drop them in the comments and I'll be sure to answer any of those questions. So when analyzing this car, when it's in primer, we want to make sure that we know exactly what we're going to do from here. So what I went ahead and did is I realized I wanted to put some sealer on the actual car. So the first thing we're going to do is obviously we're going to clean, but then we're going to have our sealer. Now, we can't just spray our sealer. We need to create a wet bed for our sealer in order for that sealer to smooth out completely. And here's what we use for that. Now our wet bed is going to help with any of the metallics to lay smooth at the edge, but it also helps with our sealer. And this is that wet bed. It's a clear base. It's known as many different things. So the first thing you'll see me apply is that wet bed to the whole surface of the fender and the actual door. Now from there, what I'm going to use is a sealer that is similar to the color of the actual vehicle. Now this is so important because we want that sealer to lay really smooth. So with that said, we put it on at a low pressure around 15 psi on the DV1, okay? Then at the edge of our sealer, it's still going to be crusty, so we went ahead and we used high temp reducer, which pretty much is going to blend in your rough edges. And you'll see me use that here later in the video. With all three of those combined, you have a nice smooth transition for your sealer. One of the most important things because all of the paint lays on top of that. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to apply our base coat. Now we're going to do 2.5 coats. The first coat is going to be our regular, our second is going to be regular, and then our third or the half coat is going to be right after that second coat, and that's going to be an orientation coat. Now what I did with this orientation coat, since it's a metallic, is I took that color and then I took that clear base right here and I did 1-to-1 together, and then I added 25% of extra slow reducer and I used that on my last coat. So that step right there is base coat and an orientation coat with a possible over reduced mix to help those blend out just well, and you'll see that in the video. And at that point, it is ready to clear. We mixed up our clear and we applied 2 coats to the fender, to the door, and to the bumper. Without further ado, let's get started on this video and let's see what my plan was and see if it worked.
beautiful base all down. Now you can tell by looking at our tape that we kept the color away from the hood, so we should still have that good color match. Going into the fender, I mean, it is a beautiful blend. Utilizing that clear base really shows us how good the color match and the blend is. Now, if you were to touch this with a tack rag right here, you can see super smooth. It's got nothing on it. This is the blend area. Haven't even tacked it yet. Look at it. That's what you want. Nothing, because there's no overspray or dry spray on the panel. Now this is going to ensure a nice clean finish. Look at it, even up here. This is why you don't really even need to tack much, okay? The bumper, we know it's good because we're edge to edge. That slow reducer really helps. So let's go ahead, let's get the WS400 all loaded up with clear coat, and let's make this thing shine. So we got the car all back here, semi-assembled, just to show you what it looks like before we cut this loose so it can get its pinstripe and get back to the customer. That's going to conclude another video here on Paint Society. Guys, I hope you learned something on this video, and I hope you learned to have an actual plan before moving forward. That's the most important thing that you can have, so that you can develop a process to refinish whatever you're doing, and it's going to help you stay out of trouble. So guys, this is Brian from Paint Society, reminding you, don't overthink it. It's just paint. I'll see you guys on the next one. Let's check it out.